Wow. Now that is stunning. That's so cool. Well, folks, most of you beautiful folks here in the Florida Keys, well, you probably would recognize me more if I had a cowboy hat on. Because as the Coconut Cowboy, I sure have the blessed opportunity to play a whole bunch of music for a whole bunch of our beautiful Florida Keys family that we sincerely enjoy and love spending time with as we are living and loving in paradise. But what you might not know about me is that I am an avid outdoorsman. So underneath all this is someone who is blessed to spend close to 150 days of my life a year in God's great outdoors, enjoying the adventures in God's great outdoors. And that's what I want to shake your hand for the very first time with in what we're doing in this effort called Saltwater Afflictions. Woo-hoo! Now, for those that don't know, for going on 10 years, myself, along with my beautiful bride, Loopy Doo, and the big dog, Rusty Rust. Well, we've had a show in the Southeast, a freshwater bass fishing catching show called Fishing Affliction. And we have done 290 episodes in those, well, just going on 10 years now. And folks, we've enjoyed every minute of it. But my bride and I, well, we are blessed to have moved ourselves for 9 months of the year down here to paradise. The beautiful Key Largo, Islamorada area, and all the surroundings that are offered here are absolutely stunning for the outdoorsman. And guess who's learning to catch those fish in the salt water? You guessed it, me. So before we go any further into the very first episode, I just wanted to give you all, well, just a little idea of what you're going to see. I'm learning. I don't really know a lot about all the different species. It's literally overwhelming for somebody who's never done this to the degree that I'm doing it now. In the past, we've been blessed to spend time shooting for Fishing Affliction TV when we come down here with the likes of the legendary Captain Skipper Dean, an outstanding guide, Captain Troy Mell, and several others. But you know, that effort was just basically a one-time moment, highlighting our trip to the Florida Keys and, you know, sharing that with our viewers back home in Tennessee and throughout the Southeast. But now that we're 9 months of our lives down here, folks, I'm eat up with it. I do have saltwater affliction. And these fish that I catch sometimes, whew, they make me go woo-hoo. Now listen, I'm gonna do the best I can to share what I'm doing with you. This is just me with a handful of cameras, just doing what I would do in God's great outdoors, and I'm just gonna share the results, the times I catch them, the times that I don't, and everything in between. And on these first efforts of saltwater affliction, well, you know, it's a little bit rough around the edges. There ain't no lie about it. You know, it's just me and my cameras, and sometimes the filming's good and sometimes it ain't worth a flip. But I tell you what it is. It is the adventure in God's great outdoors that I'm experiencing, that I'm wanting to share with you. It's gonna be something your kids can watch. You won't have to worry about covering anybody's ears. If you're somebody that has to see big fish all the time, well, do yourself a favor and go watch one of those kind of shows, because that's not what I'm all about, and that's not what I'm always catching. Listen, I've caught some dandies that I'll be sharing with you. The fish are a bonus. Really, what the overall treat and gift is spending time in God's great outdoors. Case in point of what was behind us that now is gone. That rainbow was a moment of time that I get to capture, I hope, on these cameras, and hopefully share it with you. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I just wanted to let you know before you went any further how much I appreciate the time that you're gonna spend with me, and whatever time that is, I hope it's beneficial for you. I hope you learn about whatever it is that you might want to learn about in regards to fishing, but more so the passion and love that I have for God's great outdoors. I hope that sincerely comes across and intrigues maybe one or two of you or more of you to, well, just see if you can find the time in your busy lives to spend a little bit more time in God's great outdoors. It is truly a gift to do so, especially down here in the Florida Keys. Thank you for the time that you're going to spend with me. I hope you enjoy it. And to our United States military, the fighting men and women, protecting the freedoms that we are enjoying, and I'm enjoying, God bless you. Thank you for protecting that, because I sure am enjoying that saltwater affliction. Woo! Woo-hoo!
One man.
Whew, all right.
3 cameras.
There's one. Right there. How about that?
And an adventure in God's great outdoors.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. It has been a beautiful day.
It's time for Saltwater Afflictions.
Woo-hoo!
I'm not letting him go.
Oh my
God.
Woo-hoo! You gotta love it. It's time to begin the adventure in God's great outdoors. It's a little after, shoot, let's see, probably about 7:30 or so, maybe a little later. And late winter, early spring here in the Florida Keys. And I'm in God's great outdoors. I want to tell you something. This is just a fabulous opportunity. You know, being an artificial lure guy, I can't help but be, I guess the word's obsessed with trying to figure out how to make these saltwater fish eat these artificial lures with consistency. Obviously, live bait in the Florida Keys is king. I just don't come from a live bait background, having all those years with Fishing Affliction television, catching largemouth bass and smallmouth bass, spotted bass and rockfish and crappie. You know, the fast, well, it's been on artificials. So now here we are with a beautiful home in the Florida Keys, and I've still got that artificial mentality of chasing and pursuing fish. So I tell you what, as much as I fished in my lifetime, I'm learning how much I don't know about catching fish, but nonetheless, it is a blessing to have the opportunity to pursue this, and I'm so glad that you all are here enjoying this time with me. Thank you for the time that you give to me. I won't take it for granted, never have, never will. And the time that we're going to spend, well, we're going to learn together. I'm sure learning. Let me tell you what I've learned so far. Straight over here, off this point, we've got a little tiny horseshoe. It's been holding snook. I've got water temperature in the low 80s today. I've got a north wind. It's going to be coming through about 10, 12 miles an hour. Got a cold front pushing through later today. It's going to dip down into the high 50s, and in the Florida Keys, that's cold. Got a feeding scenario that's happening with water moving on points, pushing through little cuts, and it's just that time of the day. Got a little slightly overcast morning time, so this is going to be just great. I had sunshine running out, and the clouds have just moved in. So I'm excited to see what we can do. What we're going to be doing, though, is we're going to be getting our Akuma gear ready to throw. One of the main outfits that I'm going to throw initially is this Ricky Red 7-foot heavy action rod. I'm going to be throwing a Strike King 3X a minnow right there. You can see right there, it's a fluke minnow. And that bait right there is one of my favorites to throw just because of the durability of it. A little bit hard to rig, but what I've been using is this is a 3/8 of an ounce weighted hook. You can see the weight right there on the shank of the hook right there. And this is a 3/0 hook. And with this weight, and this combination rather, this bait is very buoyant, hard to sink. So other baits that you might use, fluke style baits that have a little density that will make them sink in the water. Well, this one has an actual tremendous buoyancy. So it actually keeps this weight back up towards the surface more than a quick descent. And what's really interesting about this is it gives me a little bit of substance to throw, especially in the wind. I can skip it, and I think we can entice a bite. Let's hop on over there and see what we can get. This one right here, I'm fitted this morning with the CMAR. This is the C55 CMAR Akuma, and this outfit is just perfectly balanced. Been letting a friend of mine use it. He's had it in his hands, and he has not wanted to turn this loose. So it's going to be like the second or third time I've had this pole in my hand. So I'm really looking forward to it. Got a 40-pound fluoro leader tied to 30-pound braid. I'm going to start punking around. I've got more Akuma outfits rigged and ready to go. Matter of fact, I said I do have them rigged and ready to go. That one's not ready, so let me get rigging that one, and we're gonna go head on over there and see if we can catch us a snook. One of the things I always like to do before I start is to make sure that everything's good. We fished yesterday, yeah, in this area, and I just want to make sure that we're got our knots out and everything's good. So what we're going to do here, we're going to just ease on up and see how we're doing right here. As you can see right in front of me, there's kind of a little indentation right here. And that little indentation is where I'm hoping to be able to have some activity.
Well, folks, the spot that I had high expectations on did not produce a bite. And when I got around the corner, I saw the reason why, when a big dorsal fin came out of the water.
That's a shark. And a pretty good size one right there. Look at there. That's a big one. That's a big, big bull shark right there. Big jacks right there and everything. Man, that's a big shark. That is a big, big bull shark, I think, right there, yeah.
Now, folks, this wasn't the first bull shark that I've ever seen, but it was the first one that I had seen in a while. And the last time I saw one this close, my beautiful bride, Loopy, was fighting a monster in the backcountry while doing some fishing with Captain Troy Mell.
V, take him.
Got it?
Stay down there. You want me to do it? Or
It can just untie it.
I can. Putting the camera down. You're bowing to the fish. You're doing great.
Yeah, it's probably a shark. Now, if you want, you can walk forward now. We'll get you up here. Look at that. Like I said, total chaos.
I love it. You gotta love it. What are you thinking it is, Captain Troy?
Probably a shark, the way he ran to start with. Okay. Let's keep that rod out.
You're doing good, honey.
Yeah, you're doing good.
What kind of species of shark?
It's either probably a blacktip or a bull shark.
I'm seeing leader.
I'm guessing. Yeah, we're getting there.
I'm seeing leader, V.
He's a black one. I'm not letting him go.
Good for you. It is a shark. Oh my
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Oh my goodness. Great.
Got some footage for you.
Oh my gosh. Woo. Look at that.
It's a bull shark.
It's a bull shark. How big a reckon you think it is?
He's about 100.
Goodness gracious, V. You ever caught one of those before?
No.
Wow. Now you see why you don't jump in the water.
Yeah.
Goodness. My gosh. It's jaws. You okay?
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. We're gonna let him go. He's rolling on you.
Yeah.
You just cut it now?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, we're gonna get you. Can you hold it like that?
Yeah.
Do you want to get a picture? Can you get a picture or no?
You got the camera out, or?
Yeah.
Well, folks, like I said, this wasn't the first time that I'd ever seen a bull shark, but it had been a long time since I'd seen one this big. So, after realizing that bull shark was probably there for the same reason I was, to get him a snook, well, it was time to change my tactics.
You see that right across the way over there? Let's see if we can get it. Boy, we're not even close on that. No, we're definitely going to have to get this taken care of. You know, that's a good lesson about your gear. We've got a first bite right there. There we go, whatever that is. Get a jack this morning time. We're going to drop the anchor. Stay right here. You know the jack crevalle? What a fun fish. What an absolutely fun fish to catch. That's a nice little one. Not near as big as the ones that just went by, but take a look at that this morning time. How cool, huh? How cool. Let's use our protection of our buff gloves so you get them this morning. Beautiful jack crevalle. Good way to start the morning off, huh? You can hear that I'm a little whispery this morning time because I'm gonna tell you something. These daggum snook, man, they're just they seem to be really nervous kind of fish.
Well, folks, I really thought that these snook would be there this morning time because the day before, two beautiful friends of mine, the Captain and Miss Marilyn, along with myself, enjoyed some snook biting action right here in this very spot. So it stood to reason that these snook wouldn't be too far away. But after seeing that big bull shark this morning, it really got me to thinking. Where would I go if I were a snook and a big apex predator like that bull shark was out cruising for a meal and I was on the menu? Well, I only could see two obvious choices. Either way back under that thick tangled root system of mangroves, which as a fisherman would be really difficult to present an artificial lure to, and I don't even know if the fish would be enticed into eating since maybe something was trying to eat them, or maybe I'd get in that real skinny water behind a little structure where a large body predator would have difficulty getting to me. But whatever it was I was going to do, I was literally down to my last cast before leaving this spot.
All right, I'm gonna make one more cast right in here while I can. Straight ahead. Oh, okay. There's something right there. Okay, I think we got our first snook, our snookies. Oh, it's a dandy, folks. It's a dandy. It's a dandy, too. I think this might be. Man, look at here. Man, he gobbled it, too. Folks, woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, man. Easy now, easy now, easy now. They have a gill plate, and he's turned on me. Man, this is great. Looks like a, oh no. Oh no, okay. Woo, man. I'm off camera, I can't help it. This snook has now got me under the boat. I've got to, oh shoot. I've got to get him. There he is. Woo. All right, no, not that way either. Man, he is whipping on me. He is whipping on me. Easy now. Easy, easy. Oh, let's see if I can swing him this way. I'm just gonna see if I can get my hand in his mouth. Easy now, easy. Man, he gobbled that. Now you tell me something. You tell me something. Tell me how big that is. Tell me. Lord Almighty. You've got to love that. I'm going to show you something. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, when they're eating, let me show you if you can see that bait. Look at that. It's so far down in there. Can you believe the size of that fish? Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that. It just came out. Okay. I gotta do some figure. Look at that. Woo! You gotta love it. Man, that Ricky Red combo with the Seamar, awesome.
Well, folks, after settling down, it was time to measure that snook. And this dandy measured 27.5 inches long, which is 1/2 of an inch too short to keep. Because in Monroe County during snook season, a snook has to be 28 inches or more and no more than 33 inches in length if you are in Monroe County, and that is only during snook season. And folks, I always get my information updated at myfwc.com for the latest regulations because they keep it up to date. In case there's anything changing, you surely want to know. And after a quick measurement and a couple of photos, it was time to turn her loose so she could swim back home to her beautiful home in the Florida Keys. And folks, I couldn't believe this had just happened.
I can't begin to tell you how exciting that is. Man, let me calm down for a second. Jeez, you know, they have a gill plate, and I don't know what you can see of that, but it is absolutely charred, shard, and frayed, and I don't even know the words. I'm so excited. All right, here's what I think happened. And, follow me through on this, right? In my past experience of being here, which this is all so new to me, so I'm just trying to figure out biology, places where they're comfortable living, where they can hold up, places they don't have to go far to eat, and just great cover, ambush, activity, bait, food, all that kind of stuff. And this place made sense to me. This place made sense to me. And in my experiences of being here in the past, it seems like the snook don't leave this generalized area. The mangroves that we hit initially right there on the point, they've got a lot of deep roots and you can get up underneath them. And just great cover. And when a big something that comes to eat you like a big bull shark, well heck, you get in the mangroves and you don't have to worry about it. But I think that's why these fish might not have been positioned right there. That big bull shark had just been through here feeding, and this is a place where everything's going to feed, from jacks to snook to redfish, trout, doesn't matter, just it's the buffet. And I'm wondering if that big shark might have pushed those fish up and made that one more cast, and that one more cast, well, that was the cast to make. And I'm going to tell you folks, what a treat, what a treat. So with that said, let's see what else we can get into. That's awesome. Woo.
Folks, my adventure in God's great outdoors was just beginning. And on upcoming episodes of Saltwater Afflictions, woohoo, you're gonna see some exciting fish catching action, including this great encounter with a snook that was so far tucked into this deadfall, and I was finally able to get a bite, just not from that snook. And a Mother Nature moment with a jack on the end of my line and a shark on the end of that jack, with the jack coming up on the short end of the stick. And finally, my very, very first tarpon in the Florida Keys.
Oh my. Ladies and gentlemen, how about my very first tarpon? That's too cool. Thank you, Lord.
And folks, every one of these fish caught on that inspired fishing gear made by Akuma. Combinations that will make you go woo-hoo. Our sincere gratitude to the Key Largo Chamber of Commerce, the Islamorada Chamber of Commerce, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, the Florida Park Service, and the Everglades National Park. Local, state, and federal agencies providing services for we the people.
Folks, our sincere gratitude to all that have served and continue to serve the United States of America. And may God bless us all. This is Joey Naples, your king of cool, living and loving in paradise, right here in the beautiful Florida Keys. I sincerely hope you join us for the next exciting adventure in God's great outdoors with Dan the Man, right here on Saltwater Afflictions.
You gotta love it.